following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, this is Brother Mike. I'm back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Thank you for tuning in. Time for another Bible study. Today's program, Disney Demons. Walt Disney. Interesting. Hey, will you tell somebody and call them and tell them about the program today? Disney Demons are on the radio program. I'll make a couple of quick announcements while you make that call. Thanks for your help. Say, this is Brother Mike. I am the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in Central Phoenix. We're on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road in the heart of Maricopa County, Arizona. On the website, HardcoreChristianity.com, you'll see all of our ministry services. We have 2 live services every week. Thursday nights, we have our healing room, no appointment necessary. Brother Rick and the ministry team are doing an outstanding job. The anointing at this service is quite remarkable, friend. Please bring somebody who needs to be healed to this service. You'll be very surprised when you see it. Friday night, my teaching service, my radio listeners, 7 p.m., broadcast live on our YouTube streaming channel, youtube.com/House of Healing AZ, 7 p.m. in Phoenix, 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Sign up for our next free seminar. This one's a killer in February. Spirit husbands, spirit wives, marine spirits. Have you ever wondered why all your relationships crash and burn? You won't next month. Sign up for this free seminar. This you're not going to believe. Please send us another donation by hitting the PayPal button. By the way, we had another record year of giving last year. We're getting bigger and bigger every year thanks to you. May God richly bless you. Thank you for your referrals to Sister Karen. She's on the homepage of the website, ready to sell your home for you. She loves working for born-again Christians. Disney Demons. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. They've got a new show. On second thought, you will believe it. The Owl House is on now. It started in the middle of February. A show, nothing about demons for kids. Kids and demons. Boy, what a combination that is. Isn't that a blessing? No, it isn't a blessing, and here's what's happening. Satan is taking over America. He's in complete command now, or close to it. And what he's doing is preparing us for the rise of the Antichrist and the most demonically anointed human being who's ever lived, the false prophet. In the book of Daniel and several other Old Testament books, the Antichrist is mentioned and discussed in several places. The false prophet who is coming in the future, who sets up the Antichrist kingdom, is in fact the most anointed human being that ever lived supernaturally, and in my opinion is the most important and significant person that ever existed, because without him the Antichrist has no kingdom. Check it out, Revelation 13. Earlier in the chapter, at verse 1, we have the rise of the Antichrist. In verse 11, we have the rise of the false prophet. Now remember, the Antichrist is mentioned several times in the Bible in the Old Testament. The false prophet is never mentioned. They don't know where he comes from. We know the Antichrist comes from Syria or in that area. We do not know where the false prophet comes from. We don't know anything about him. We know nothing. Absolutely nothing. In the book of Thessalonians, they do mention him one time. Paul mentions him once. He's never mentioned anywhere else in the Bible, Old or New Testament. Check this out, Revelation 13. I beheld another beast, the great apostle John said. The Greek word for beast there is therion, and it means dangerous animal. I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. He exercised all the power of the first beast. Now that Greek word there for power there is not dunamis. That was mistranslated in the King James Bible. It's the Greek word exousia, which means authority. He has all the authority of the first beast. He causes the earth and all those that dwell on it to worship the first beast who was healed from his deadly wound. He does great wonders. That's the Greek word semeion. It means miracles. He does great miracles so that he makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And he deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the authority to do in the sight of the beast. The Greek word for sight there means in the presence of, or in the relationship of the beast. Saying to those that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast. It says, quote, he had power to give life to the image that they created. The Greek word for life there is not the normal Greek word, zoe. It's the Greek word pneuma, which is spirit. This image of the beast is supernaturally brought to some type of what appears to be life by demons or spirits. That's how powerful these demons are. These are witchcraft demons of the highest order, higher than have ever been seen in the history of humanity. He gave spirit to the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should speak and cause as many as would not worship the first beast to be killed. He caused all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark of the beast, as you know, which is the number 666. What's happening here? Satan, right now, as I'm speaking to you, is conditioning, psychiatrically, psychologically, conditioning the entire planet to be comfortable with spiritualism. Spiritualism. Spirits. Demons. Ghosts. All of it. You can see that rising in our culture in TV and cable shows. Every other show on cable right now has something to do with spirits or demons or ghosts. It's absolutely amazing. All the reality shows are switching over to the spirit world. People are fascinated by it. And this is being done. The big picture concept is that Satan is conditioning the planet Earth to accept or get used to supernatural demonic activity. And spiritualism will grow all over the planet exponentially over the next few years. And we've only got a few years left until the rapture and the tribulation hit. But Walt Disney, obviously he's been dead for years. He was gay. Walt Disney would be rolling over in his grave if he saw the company now. The Disney company has been completely taken over by the devil. This new show they brought out, what was it, a week ago? Week and a half ago? The Owl House is what it's called. This show focuses on a teenage girl. Her name is Luz. She discovers a demon world, and she lives with a powerful witch named Ida, the Owl Lady. And Luz disguises her identity as a human in order to survive in the demon world, and so she can attend to school with the witch. And her greatest ambition is to become like Ida. Quote, the original pitch for the show was girls hang out with a witch in hell, said voice actor Alex Hirsch. Then the show's director, his name is Ricky Cometa, he said, quote, we really wanted to make this demon realm feel like home. We just had to figure out how to do it, unquote. And the Owl House premiered, I think it was January 10th, something like that. It was a couple Fridays ago. And it's already been given a second season by the Disney company. And the show's creator is a guy named Dana Terrace. And he pitched the idea to the Disney company, and he was anticipating them rejecting it because it had a very dark quality to it. But the Disney company took a flyer on it, and believe it or not, it's going to do well. It's going to get high ratings. And again, Satan is blessing this company, the Disney company, and he's blessing their work, which is causing massive perversions all over the world, and it's giving rise in the future to the greatest spiritualist that has ever lived, greatest witch, the greatest sorcerer. The false prophet is coming. He's probably alive now somewhere on the earth, probably a grade schooler or something like that. It's getting close, for folks. This is the end. It's nearing the end. We're right at the end of the dispensation, or the Greek word is aion, age of grace. It's getting close, folks. This guy says, Terrace, who created the show, he said, quote, there is sometimes a concern with family networks for what is considered family friendly, because Disney is such a big company that in certain corners they say that maybe we don't want to take those risks. Well, what happened was Walt Disney wanted to take these risks and put this show on. They did. Terrace said that he hopes to create an inclusive environment for kids with the show. They want kids. And you can see this massive satanic push to indoctrinating kids sexually, to sending out drag queens in libraries and schools to indoctrinate children, to put up unisex bathrooms and to teach children satanic lies that there's multiple sexes and males and females can use the same bathroom. You can see how the devil is hunting down our children, like a hunter, kind of like that movie Predator. He's hunting children now, and he's usually using Disney to do it. Witchcraft is booming here in America. Just recently, as you can remember, a bunch of witches from Wicca, gathered together in last October to put a spell on President Trump to try and stop him. It's unbelievable how far this thing has gone. By the way, Wiccas have gone from about 8,000 followers back in the 90s to over almost 2 million now. If you've been infected by witchcraft in your family, you're facing the highest order of demons known to man. Familiar spirits are the chess players of the spirit world. And you need deliverance, and you're a born-again Christian, or your house is haunted, your body's haunted, something's haunted, and you need help, 602-636-5800. We cast these witchcraft demons out of people all the time. And you better come now, because after they get you, they go for the kids. The devil is on the prowl now, and he's hunting for children.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.